A synagogue near Detroit, a protest outside Gracie Mansion, a classroom at Old Dominion University. 3 terror attacks in less than a week in the U.S. For one New Jersey woman, they all hit close to home. Her life's work, her mission, is to help others find strength after surviving acts of terror.
I'm a survivor of the Oklahoma City bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building on April the 19th, 1995.
I was 14 years old when I was caught up in the 7th of July bombing attacks on the tubes in London.
We were exiting in the mall and the South Tower fell on top of us. It killed 4 other people with me. It buried me, fractured my skull.
I was on a bus in Jerusalem, number 14, when an 18-year-old Palestinian terrorist strapped with explosives boarded the bus.
4 victims of terror. Once complete strangers, they're now connected by survival and the scars you can't see.
Saw too much and heard a little bit too much as well.
Emma Tyler was just 14 when Islamist terrorists carried out suicide bombings on the London transit system in 2005, killing 52 people, injuring 770 more.
Afterwards, as I actually lost my voice, I didn't talk about the bombings for 6 years. So for me, so much of my journey was learning to communicate.
To find her voice again after being caught up in the unimaginable, the chaos and barbarity, leaving many survivors in search of something else, a reason to keep living.
I probably spent the first 8 years of my life figuring out how I could die. I had great survivor guilt.
Dot Hill was in the break room back in 1995 when the bomb went off at the federal building in Oklahoma City. She wound up helping with the rescue effort.
We had 19 babies that were killed. I knew every one of those babies, and it just about crushed my soul.
The types of memories that haunt survivors of any attack.
I don't think there's been probably 6 months that at least one dream at night after almost 25 years. They're not nightmares to me, but it's kind of a weird thing where if I walk past a construction site, you smell that concrete powder.
A flashback to what Tom Canavan smelled after being buried under the rubble on 9/11.
I just started digging. They estimate I dug 40 feet up and 60 feet diagonal.
Eventually, Tom, Dot, and Emma would all meet thanks to another survivor, Jersey native Sarri Singer, who was on a bus in Israel in 2003 when a Hamas suicide bomber struck.
He injured over 100 of us, and 17 innocent people were murdered that day, including everyone seated and standing around me. I did have shrapnel that went through my shoulder, breaking my clavicle bone. Both my eardrums were blown from the impact of the blast.
In the aftermath, Sarri knew she needed help, and that so many others did too, which is why she would go on to found Strength to Strength, which offers peer-to-peer support to victims of terrorism worldwide.
What I'm doing today to advocate and to help victims, that's why I'm here.
I saw some of that firsthand as Strength to Strength kicked off its March retreat with survivors from across the globe.
I don't know where I'd be right now if it hadn't been for Strength to Strength.
You're not alone. This is not something you're the only one going through. Other people have been through this.
Sarri Singer puts it this way.
By being there for each other, we move forward and we show the terrorists that they didn't win and that we're stronger together.
I spoke with Sarri just days after the U.S. and Israel eliminated Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei. She told me that was real justice. Knowing the person who was responsible for making sure that attacks like hers were funded could never hurt anybody else.